revolution. It's real solutions.
Revolutionary Greetings and Hotel. My name is Kwame Benta, and I'd like to welcome you to Return to Your Royalty Warriors Mint Builder presentation. Ra is another name for the sun that sustains life here on this planet. When we say return to your royalty, we mean basically return to knowledge of self and love of self so that you can become that good servant leader and also start accumulating real money, which is God's money. And Warriors is an acronym for winning at receiving residual income over receiving salaries. Because we know that salary is not going to get us free. Presentation is really designed to show us how we can get free from this debt-based monetary system that's designed to keep us working until we can't work anymore and living from paycheck to paycheck or drowning in debt. So this presentation, we're going to show you how you can protect your savings from confiscation, from inflation, or any economic crisis that may occur by accumulating assets, real tangible assets that many people think they need to have a lot of cash to get started and saving, but that's not really true. We're going to show you that with a membership, you will have access to precious metals, real assets like physical gold and silver at discount prices and much more. So without further delay, I'm going to go through some slides here to share some little known facts to empower you with the knowledge and the tools to make this happen for you and your family. So a warrior's first instruction is to return order and balance. And what we want to do is show you how you can return that order and balance to the most important place, and that is the economy within your home that you dwell in, okay? So like I said, this is a Mint Builder presentation presented by Return to Your Royalty Warriors, which was co-founded by myself and my wife in 2018 when we first started acquiring precious metals, physical gold. At that point in time, an ounce of gold was about $1,400. A gram was about $50. And that was in 2018. So our economy is in irreversible trouble. Are you prepared? See, we have continuous war after war after war after war. We have a record amount of evictions going on in this area that I live in. And inflation, it is winning, okay? It is robbing us of our wealth, of our labor. Prices continue to look like they go up, but in actuality, our currency continues to lose its value. So it takes more currency to purchase goods and services these days. And then we have a homeless crisis that you don't really hear much about, but it's a serious homeless crisis here in the United States. You see, our currency is on its way to zero. So what can you do to protect yourself? One thing that many of us are not aware of is we can understand that currency and money are two different things. You see on the left-hand side, you see currency. Currency is that paper currency that many of us work for. And we don't even use that much anymore today because a lot of people use debit card, credit card, or a cell phone to make purchases. But these are some of the attributes of a currency. Medium of exchange, unit of account, it's portable, durable, and fungible, and it is interchangeable. Now on the right-hand side, what we have is money, okay? Money has all the same attributes that currency has, but it has one thing that currency does not have, and that is that it is a store of value. So what do I mean by that? Okay, imagine if you was in 1932. I know that was a while ago. None of us on this presentation were probably born back then. But just say you had $100,000 in cash. Today, we'd only have about $2,000 worth of buying power compared to what it could have purchased back in 1932. Now, if you had converted that cash into real money, physical gold, it would have you would have over $3.5 million worth of buying power with that real asset, real money. So that's what I mean when I say it is a store of value. Okay. And that's one thing that I definitely want people to understand by the end of this presentation, the difference between currency, cash, and money. See, global reason why this is timely, and this is only a few. Global uncertainty all but dictate the necessity for a stable store of value. Inflation is winning, it's real, it's robbing us of our labor, it's causing unrest in major cities globally. And globally, housing and grocery prices are not sustainable. Companies are laying off people in droves. AI will replace a lot more workers. And the days of finding a job with benefits, or those where you can retire from, they're dwindling away. We have a lot of gig jobs that's popping up these days, delivering people, delivering food, and so forth and so on. The central banks, they're printing cash at unprecedented rates, and paper currency is going digital. Basically, like I mentioned earlier, many people use a cell phone or a plastic card to make purchases these days. A lot of people don't carry any cash whatsoever, which is not a good thing, but this is the society that we have been conditioned to live in these days. And then we had the possibility of a central bank digital currency, which is programmable money that the government will be issuing if we have this reset, which I believe is going to be a currency reset. We're going to show you why we believe that later on in this presentation. Then we got the rise of BRICS plus nations. It was BRICS, but now it's plus nations because a lot of countries are joining BRICS because of the weaponization of the US dollar, sanctions, and people are just tired of them. And then we have the lasting effects of the pandemic that has caused inflation to speed up. And the weakening of the currency, it is not ever going to stop. So why precious metals? Because they hold real tangible value over long periods of time, okay? It's not like a bank account. It is not like cryptocurrency, okay? Because they can just vanish in the blink of an eye. But once you have real physical gold and silver in your possession, then you have what we call financial security. And this is a time-tested hedge against inflation. It's easy to explain. Even children know that it's good to have gold and silver. It is a stable store of value. Even during uncertain times, like we are in today, and this is a point that I want most people to realize, that every fiat currency has gone to zero in value. Now, I have not met one bank teller that knows what a fiat currency is, which is kind of alarming, really, when you think about it, when they deal with that every day. So here's why we believe there's going to be a currency reset. Something's going to happen. Something's going to change. And that's because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency currently, but the US is in $38 trillion in debt, or 252 trillion, including unfunded liabilities like retirements, Social Security, food stamps, and other social programs that's needed in a society. And then that debt increases $1.5 million every minute, paying over $1 billion in interest. So if our gross domestic product is 28 trillion and the debt is 38 trillion, that means that the government is overspending by 36%. That cannot be paid, because basically what they continue to do is raise the debt ceiling and continue to borrow and borrow and borrow. That cannot last forever. Sooner or later, those treasury bonds are going to want to be cashed in, and people are going to want their cash. Okay, so what do we do? The first step is a savings, okay? A lot of people, like myself, back in the day, thought that I needed more income to get started saving. But if you get more income, 9 times out of 10, what you're going to do, you're going to start spending more. So you got to get that mindset into starting to save, starting to sacrifice, cut out some things that are not necessary to start a savings account. And you want to start with that emergency fund. And that's different for everybody. I like to have at least a month or 2 months income where I can get to real quick and real fast in case of an economic emergency. And then how can you expedite your savings? You can do that with assets. Precious metals are a great asset to store your labor. You know why? Like I said earlier, all paper fiat currency that most mistakenly call money has one destination, and that is zero. On the right-hand side, you see a picture of a US dollar bill that was created in 1913 by a Federal Reserve private banking cartel because it's not the federal government. I recommend, if you haven't, to get the book The Creature from Jekyll Island. It talks about how they conspired to take over the US Monetary Fund, which led to the taking over of the Global Monetary Fund. Because and then in 1933, FDR, he confiscated all the gold from the people, okay? At that point, it was $20 an ounce. Well, they raised it to $35 immediately. So a lot of people lost half of their wealth because they gave them currency in place of real money. That's right. They got ripped off by the government. So then after World War II, 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement came about. And that's when the United States dollar became the reserve currency because the United States had the most gold in their reserves. And dollar was still pegged to the gold, which meant that they had to have so much gold in the reserve in order to create this currency, the US dollar. So fast forward to 1971, what did Richard Nixon do? He ended the Bretton Woods Agreement, and the US dollar became a fiat currency, backed by nothing tangible. Basically, it became the petrodollar, and that's another presentation in itself. But it became a fiat currency. You see how quickly it has declined in value since 1971. I have two reasons, and I know there's plenty more reasons why that happened. But two things that grabbed my attention. One was there was a Vietnam War going on, and they needed more cash in order to continue to fund this war and every war that followed after that. And another thing is that Nixon, he ushered in the war on drugs. So they needed to have cash in order to fund this war on drugs, which basically was a war on the Black family and the poor and middle class citizens here in the United States and globally, believe it or not. It's not just here in the United States that the war on drugs has devastated communities. Okay, it happened on a global scale. So, which of these is not like the other? Okay, you have monopoly, you have US dollar, then you have a gold coin. I'll let you decide what that is at the end of this presentation, or if you leave it in the comments if you're not seeing this live. And this also is Article 1, Section 10 of the United States Constitution. No state shall make anything but gold and silver coin as tender for payment of debts. So what does that mean? That the founding fathers, for lack of a better term, when they wrote this Constitution, they realized that gold and silver was actually the best thing for the economy and for the country. But something happened in 1913. So this is a plan we want you to try to implement in your life. And as simple as paying yourself first, just make sure that it's not made out of paper. Simple as that. You see, a portion of everything that we earn should be ours to keep beyond our lifetime. But if you're trying to save it in a currency, you're losing because you're being robbed by inflation. The value of the currency is going to continue to decline because they can create it out of thin air. But gold, historically, has thousands of years of history as a store of value and wealth. and silver along with that too. Little known facts: banks are trading currency for gold and silver. Central banks own 25% of all the gold. That's 1.15 billion ounces. Why are they moving heavily into precious metals? Because the world fiat currency is changing. Chase Banks owns 675 million ounces of silver, and they probably own a lot more since this slide was created. So here at Mint Builder, we have precious metals that come in two distinct forms. We have bullion, and then we have numismatics. Bullion is crisis protection. This is what you be stacking. This is what you want to start accumulating on a regular basis. Okay? Not just once, not just twice. Just open up your account here with Mint Builder, and start you in a subscription, and you can have at least 1 ounce of silver delivered to your house monthly. Okay, there's lower premiums than numismatics, and it has outperformed cash savings for decades after decade after decade. Then we got numismatics. The price is a little bit above bullion price. It's not dependent upon the market price, and it's sonically preserved. Numismatics is like purchasing some type of art because only so many are minted and circulated in the population. So they are kind of rare. So that would make them a little bit more valuable than bullion. But if you get the right one, this is what can happen. This is a Thor 1 ounce silver that Mint Builder had in 2018, sold to members for $45. Well, by 2022, that particular silver ounce is selling for over $175. That's a 95% value increase per year. So there is a secret to almost instant wealth gain. And we're going to show you this short little video. This is a video about my Mint wallet. This is I believe it's an awesome way to accumulate physical gold and silver in digital form. But watch the video real quick so you can see what it's really all about.
Physical gold meets digital benefits. Mint Builder has taken physical gold ownership into the future with My Mint Wallet. This is the most cost-effective and secure way to own gold and silver. This proprietary product provides you with gold and silver access previously dominated by large institutions and banks. You now have direct access to instantly buy, sell, or transfer your precious metals through My Mint Wallet. Unlike ETFs, exchange-traded funds, you will enjoy 100% ownership of pure, physical gold and silver that is securely stored in segregated and insured vaults with our partner IDS of Texas. The benefits of My Mint Wallet are extensive and impressive. Your benefits include extremely low premiums, especially for wholesale members. Digital tracking to the 100th of an ounce of gold and 1 ounce of silver in real time. 100% direct ownership of pure physical gold and silver. Secure vault storage at no additional cost. Fully insured accounts. The ability to quickly sell in real time and have your funds transferred directly to your bank, or use your funds to purchase silver and gold from your shop to have physically delivered assets. Daily audits to continually ensure each account is properly funded. Seeing the value of your precious metals holdings in real time, all the time. You can even transfer precious metals from your wallet to another member's wallet. 100% of your precious metals purchase is deposited on account as physical gold and silver in the highly secure IDS of Texas vaults. You have complete ownership over your gold and silver holdings, and with the click of a button, can sell at the current market price, have the funds placed into your wallet, and use these funds right away to pick the items you would like to take physical delivery of. This allows you to have the flexibility to choose from many different options for physical product delivery. You also have the option to simply have funds deposited directly into your bank account. We even provide you with the ability to transfer gold and silver to another member. Your My Mint wallet is the best way to own the most amount of gold and silver for the lowest cost, while keeping your metals safe from confiscation and robbery. In turn, giving you absolute control and flexibility with your wealth. Owning precious metals has never been so easy and at such low premiums. Be sure to get started with My Mint Wallet and start building your mint today.
So that is my Mint wallet, and that basically is our presentation about the value of membership with Mint Builder. This is a list of the benefits. You get 25% off subscription premiums, 25% off shop premiums, 75% off of metal storage, and that is the metal storage up in Delaware. That's not the metal storage in Texas. IDS has 3 locations, and my Mint wallet gold is stored in Texas in the vault, big chunks of it, and you own basically a chunk of that gold or silver if you decide you want to start saving through my Mint wallet. We also partner with a nonprofit company called Feed My Starving Children, and basically your membership also goes to help feed children. They also have a entrepreneur component to it also, which teaches the children how to become self-sufficient as they become adults. And then you have the access to the precious metal knowledge base. You can get your certificate once you go through that course, but we have a whole lot more information also, just basically to educate you on the importance of protecting your labor, your assets. And we have, like I said, the Mint Builder, my Mint wallet, and we also give you discounts on travel and attractions. Now, this is the price for our membership, $39 a month, correct? All right, now, or $299 a year, or $900 lifetime. But we're running a special right now, okay? I have a big sale going on. Membership you can get at half price for life. Not for 1 month, not for 2 months, but for life. As long as you keep your account active, this is what you would pay for your membership. And by sharing this with other people, you also have an opportunity to earn extra income. This is a snapshot of the back office. We have 24/7 community support. And all you have to do is go to mbbullion.com, get a link from the person that shared this with you, and sign up, choose what you want to do. I don't know if they still have any of the lifetime memberships for $500 because they only did 100 of those. And we only have a couple of days left before this special ends. It ends April the 30th, okay? And once you create your account, you just go ahead and choose your subscription or what you want to have delivered to your home or stored. Or you can also get gold from my Mint wallet right there, or silver from my Mint wallet. So you have a vast amount of choices that you can start accumulating your assets on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, or whenever you decide to go into your account and acquire some real money. So we also have the highest pay, refer and earn affiliate program. This is not a MLM, network marketing company. Basically, we have a transition to an affiliate program similar to what other companies offer their customers, an opportunity to earn some cash by just basically sharing this opportunity to start acquiring precious metals. You can earn. That's right. All you have to do is, at no additional cost, okay, you get your own link. So if anybody decides they want to join through you, whenever they pay their membership or acquire any type of product within their back office, their account, you're rewarded for it. And everybody starts off as copper, okay? We have some levels now here, basically, and it's basically built on my Mint Builder points. And then we have the lifetime commissions that you earn, and those commissions are accumulated. They don't evaporate. They don't get flushed or anything like that. Here's an example of when you become a member. You get 15% of the Mint Builder point. And easy way to calculate that would be 0.15 times whatever the MBP is, okay? and that's how you would determine how much you would get. So if you had someone who registered for a monthly membership, and you were a copper, you get $3. If you register someone for the yearly, that's $22 as a copper, and then if you register someone for the lifetime, that's 300. That's $45, and that's 300 Mint Builder points. Okay, and basically those accumulate. Then you have the bronze. Bronze gets 20%. So you see it's $4, 30, and 60. Then you have the silver. Okay, once you have 1,500 lifetime commissions earned, and those are every time you get paid, those are added to that. Your Mint Builder points or your lifetime commissions earned, and they just continue to accumulate. Okay, so at silver you're getting 25%, and once you reach gold, now you're at 30%. Then we have platinum, diamond, emerald, and the top one is a sapphire. Okay, once you get the emerald and sapphire, you get to participate in the profit sharing pool. You get 1 share as an emerald, and you get 2 shares as a sapphire. That's paid out monthly. What Mint Builder has decided to do is to take 5% of all commissions accumulated globally to add to a pool that is paid out monthly. So how many shares do you want to earn on the global pool? Okay, it'd be a nice little extra bonus paid out monthly to the members. And you can get there if you take you a year, take you 2 years. You can get there just by sharing this with other people. And I mentioned earlier how you can determine how much you would get for someone purchasing one of these products from you. This is the Mint Builder points right here. Basically, this 10-ounce silver bar, if you was a platinum, you would get $11.62. Okay, that's 0.35 because you're getting 35% of that Mint Builder point, and that is going to be times 33.2. 33.2 comes to $11.62. That is the basic compensation plan that we have now. Okay, and you can use your commission towards precious metals, or you can cash out and withdraw your funds to your bank. So time is of the essence, so don't miss out on this half price for life savings. Get back with the person that shared this with you. Let them know that you want to start accumulating some real money to protect your family from any economic crisis that is going to happen sooner or later, whether it be personal, national, or international. Things are going to happen. You want to protect yourself because, like I said earlier, I really believe there's going to be a currency reset, and those who have gold or silver, you're going to be okay. Believe me, it's not too late. They're going to continue to go up in value no matter what. So don't be caught with the wrong things in hand.